Do you ever get that feeling that your life is kind of running away? That things are happening and things have been happening and you just don't know how you are here now and how you got to this place. So often we look at ourselves in the mirror, or we receive a letter, or we pick up a photograph from our childhood, and it sends us back saying, oh my God, there was that wonderful time when I was 8 years old and I was dancing. Somebody sent me a picture of me and her dancing in some school show, and I must have been all of 12. I don't even remember the song. I know that my face looks very, if it could be seen, my hand covers my face. I should have been very happy then. I must have been very happy then. I don't know. I don't know, because we never pause this runaway train of thoughts. We never break. We never stop to check, is this where my life needs to go? Is this what I need to be doing? And honestly, till I learned how to do the breathing and till I learned about meditation, I didn't even know this was possible. I had no idea that you could actually halt and change the direction of your thoughts. All this while, my thoughts controlled me. They decided if I was happy, if I was sad, if I was angry, if I was emotional, if I was frustrated, if I was upbeat, if I was down. And accordingly, I acted. Never stop to think, now stop, why are you so upset? Why are you feeling so annoyed? Is it because you've not eaten? Is it because something else is going on in your life? Because we tend to shout at somebody else when the cause of the irritation is something else. Am I doing too much in a day? We never pause. Before you know it, it's all over. It's all over. And then when people reach the age of 60 and 65 and they're ready for retirement, then they want to study scripture. Then they want to read the Bhagavad Gita. Then they want to learn meditation because, now I have the time for it. But see, if you learnt it when you were 20, you would always feel that you were 20. The time to understand the knowledge is when you're young, so that you live your life effortlessly. But hey, whatever's gone in the past has gone in the past. I have a very dear friend and we grew up together, and her grandfather used to live with her. Grandfather was an ICS officer who had seen lots of lovely things, and he would sit and talk. And one of the things he told me, which I always remember, he says, you must reflect. So I said, what do you mean reflect? He says, reflect on small things. How did you brush your teeth today? Did it go sideways? Did it go up and down? Did you even remember how you brushed your teeth? Maybe there's a technique that makes you brush your teeth better, does a better job of it. We don't reflect on anything. Do you know how you got home from the grocery store today, or the last time that you did? You leave the grocery store and you reach. Are you looking to see how you shut the door, how you turned on the ignition, how you sat in the car, how you looked out, what you saw? Who crossed your path at the traffic light? At the traffic light, you quickly picked up your phone, in case there's a message that you might have missed. Some yes, like, thumbs up, or namaste, all those emojis that we keep sending to each other. But we don't reflect. We don't reflect on anything. And reflection isn't about grand things like, oh my God, is my life's trajectory the way it's supposed to be? Am I having the right impact on the rest of the world? No. It can be something as simple as brushing your teeth. It is the process of reflection that is really useful for you. To stop every now and again and think about what just went by, how you did it, and how you can improve. This is the whole process of reflection. My job is not going well. My job is not going... Okay, now what is to be done? By saying my job is not going well, the stress doesn't go away. It does not. By calling a friend every day, or your mother, or your sister, or whoever it is that you call, and saying my life is crazy, the craziness doesn't go away. Acknowledging the stress is important. I agree that my life is crazy, I'm all stressed out, that's important. But what exactly is stressing you out? If you identify that it is something like your job, or your boss, or the way you do your work, or the number of things you do every day, can any action be taken to rectify? That is reflection. Reflection is problem solving. It's not talking about the problem over and over and over and over again. It's finding solutions that work and letting it go. Everything that's happened thus far to you, whatever has happened, is for you to learn. The problem is because we don't have spiritual tools, we don't understand how to do it. If you don't know how to do pranayama, any type of breathing exercise, if you don't know how to meditate, if you don't have a time for prayer, whatever it is that you pick as your spiritual tool, you won't develop the habit of reflecting. This is what, when I'm doing the breathing, no other thought other than the breath comes. That's the training. You're not breathing and thinking about anything. You're breathing and watching and observing that breath. That is a practice in presence. You've immediately stopped thinking, doing mind games, following your mind, and you've gone into the present moment. So that's the practice of breathing. It's not about, Karni's been doing it now, the last session, they've been doing it back to back for 3 months. There are 3 of them that just encourage each other, and they've been doing it. 5 months? That's awesome. That's awesome. And they encourage one another. And it's not about just breathing. It's about breathing and observing that breath while you are breathing. That is staying present. And that itself does some amazing things to your life. Does some amazing, it's an amazing technique to just halt. Halt. And then during the day, you will find yourself stopping this train of thought and questioning why you're doing it. Questioning certain habits that you want to get rid of. Certain thought patterns that have become so habitual. Certain routines of blame and guilt. Certain behaviors that you really don't like. This is the process of reflection. Reflection is stopping and thinking about what you did and then finding solutions to it and following through. It makes life so simple. It makes life so simple. And one of the reasons I send that newsletter out every weekend is for you to just stop for a minute and say, oh yeah, this happened in my life too. This happened in my life too. This, I should apply this. At least for those 30 seconds or those 45 seconds that you're reading it, you're thinking about things in your life. Because every time you read the newsletter, it'll be a different topic. You're not reading it from my perspective, you're reading it from yours. And you're applying it to your own unique, beautiful situation. And that's the whole point. That is the point, because once you read it, at least for 3 to 5 minutes, you're thinking about things that you need to change. This is why we need to give time for spiritual muscle to grow. Good things will not happen in your life until you make it manifest. You make things manifest by introducing positive, uplifting behaviors. Most often, just a single positive thought can never replace a string of negatives. Because the more you say, unless you completely identify with it, right, it is helpful. But negative thoughts have so much power over us. They are just so much more interesting that the more you push it away, the more they appear. The more you push out negative behaviors, the more they resurface. You find yourself doing the same thing again and again. You have to reflect on it. You have to think about it. Think about it. This is what, the body, mind, intellect is what the Gita talks about all the time. The intellect is a very powerful tool in our hands. And we use it for all the right reasons and all the wrong reasons too. So what are you using this power of thought, this power of analyzing, this power of vairagyam, of viveka, of discriminating with what is good for you and what is not good for you, what is needed and what is to be discarded? Reflection. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each day, at the end of each day, as you lie down, getting ready for bed, thinking about what you did today and how you can improve it tomorrow. What did I do today that was wonderful? What did I do today that I'm not so happy with, that I can improve tomorrow? Unless you stop and think about it, we are not going to make any improvements or changes in behavior. So this is something that I feel is very lacking in today's world, because everybody gets up running with yesterday's baggage. The morning routine is so important. You don't get up and start chop, beginning your day, action, doing something. Those 10 or 15 minutes that you sit or go outside or smell the flowers or do your breathing or do your meditation, those are very precious moments that fill you with gratitude, that fill you with hope. Analyzing what happens during the day, reflecting on what is happening, is so important. Make it part of your routine. Introduce it into your life. Give it a specific time in the day. Beginning of the day, midday, when you're having just after lunch. Think about what has happened. Think about how you like to live your life. Think about the things that make you happy and just make it happen.